Winter is upon us. Well, at least for some of you. Here in Tampa, we don't really get winter. Regardless, everybody needs to get their vehicle and the people in the vehicle prepared. In this video, I'm going to show you just how to do that. 17% of all car crashes happen in winter weather conditions. So preparing your vehicle and yourself is critically important. I hope you never have to use any of these items that we're going to put in the car, but it's best to have them in case of an emergency. Before we get into the products I think you should have on hand, I want to remind you that anything in the vehicle that's not secured is a projectile. A projectile is something that can fly around in a crash. And the smaller the item, the more likely it is to fly through the nooks and crannies of your car. So in addition to figuring out which items you need to be safe in winter, you also need to figure out the best way to store them so that they don't become a danger in the car in the meantime. I like using one of these totes that has a pretty firm fitting Velcro lid on it, and I have this all stocked for the winter weather items that I need. So let's get started with what you need for outside the vehicle. First up, good old tire repair. So should you need to repair your tire on the go, this is a really great product to have. A battery charger is something else you might want to consider investing in. Certainly jumper cables, something to have as well. A fire starter. Again, I hope you never have to use this stuff, but you're going to be really glad that you had it. Flares, I always have flares in my car. You know, I'm extra. I like to be ready. And look at this little shovel. So this is a foldable shovel, and the reason that I like this too is for easy projectile storage, right? I can fit it right here in this bin in a, tiny, neat little package. And then, I don't know how to use this. Because I live in Tampa, but you guys do. I mean, I went to Notre Dame, so there's snow there. The Snow Joe is a super popular one that the Safe in the Seat community loves. So your ice scraper, is this like an ice pusher, a snow pusher offer? I don't know, you know what it is if you live in winter weather. This one collapses down and you can fit it in your storage bin as well, which is something that I really like. So grab these items so that you're ready for outside of the car things that you may need in an emergency. A couple of these items that I'm going to show you now are great to have inside the vehicle, but you obviously may use outside the vehicle as well. A rechargeable LED flashlight is great to have. This is a Swiss Army tool that has a bunch of tools in one. I usually keep this in my center console. The flashlight I do store in the back in that cargo container that I showed you. I also like to have, my kids love these. I also like to have these lanterns on hand that you can't probably see it very well, but they light up. This comes in a pack of 4. You may be in a position where, for example, you're in a multi-car pileup with icy conditions you can't get out of. Perhaps your car runs out of gas or your battery dies. Having light and a way to survive in the car is going to be critically important for the hours that you're stuck there. Speaking of survival, this Rescue Me tool is one that I obviously keep in my car, winter or not. It both breaks the glass and can cut the vehicle seatbelt should you need to make an emergency exit. Here are a couple things I recommend having for the people in your vehicle in case of a winter emergency. You gotta have a battery pack to recharge your phone, being able to have access to the outside world should your car battery die and your phone battery die. Having a portable charger, in my opinion, is a must at all times. You also want to have a basic first aid kit. So I don't have anything fancy in here. This is another one of those items that I keep in my car at all times, just to, get you through hopefully any minor bumps and bruises that may happen. I recommend having some snacks for everybody, things that are a little bit higher in protein. So I keep some protein bars in my winter ready pack. And then socks, so maybe some wool socks. Again, should you not be able to turn the car on, you're gonna not have heat. So anything you can do to keep the body warm. So wool socks are good for that. Also these emergency blankets. I love that this one stores in this little container here. You can get a pack of emergency blankets that are always good to have. And then gloves as well, should you need to be working on things outside of the car. Again, I hope you all never are in a winter emergency situation where you have to use most any of these products, but you can store them nicely here, have your winter pack ready to go. And a lot of these are like a one and done investment, right? So you invest in them once, you have them for every winter, and you feel peace of mind knowing that you're prepared. If you liked this video, if you found something helpful, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.